Hi everybody, I'm Philip Duncan. Thank you very much for joining us. Well, the weather across the country at the moment is still very hot, but we have got a significant cool down coming. Some in the south are about to drop by 14 degrees. Some in the north, maybe not as much. Maybe only a degree or two, if that, for some in the very north. So let me explain where and when. Here's the animated wind map for Thursday. Still hot. Now, the hot weather we've had this week has been underneath this high, which is drifting out to the east now. But behind it, we've got the hot nor'westers. Again, subtropical, and that's the reason why we're seeing a sort of a late burst of temperatures into the mid-30s for Thursday. But behind that, there is the cold change that arrives for Friday, and this is it here, moving up the South Island. So places today like Central Otago that could have been in the low to mid 30s, your high on Friday 19, 20, 21, around that. So a big drop, maybe 10, 12 degree drop around a number of inland and hot parts of the South Island as that front sweeps through. The North Island, you're still hot, and the upper South Island stays hot until the end of Friday. In fact, this is the lunchtime temperature map. Look at that cold change sweeping northwards. So everyone gets the cooler weather behind that. Christchurch still hot by about lunchtime, but cools down in the afternoon. And the eastern side of the North Island and Waikato and Northland look to be the hottest places on Friday. Here's Saturday. We'll start with the cooler parts. Now, the North Island's eastern side was up around 35 to 37 degrees back on Monday. Your high on Saturday is around about 19 or 20 degrees. So that's a big drop for some of you with that coming through. The other side, the western side, you could be fairly warm and not be affected by this cooler change, simply because the wind flow south to southeast, which we think of as cool and cold, can be very hot in summer when it's cloud free. So the cloud gets dropped on the eastern side where it's cooler, it heats up. It's like a reverse nor'wester. So you may not notice the temperature drop for the northern areas on Saturday, but you will around the east and you will around the South Island. On Sunday, afternoon downpours are bubbling up. This is a humid easterly starting to kick in. It'll produce a few showers as the winds turn a little more north to northeast. The South Island starts to warm up after perhaps a bit of a slightly cooler morning. Nothing major though. And then we get to Monday of next week and we're back to the hot nor'westers. High pressure again over in this area, scooping up subtropical air and bringing it down as a windy westerly quarter setup, which means temperatures will be high again with that system coming through. And on Tuesday, the winds are light. As you can see, we've got high pressure all around the country, but there is a bit of a cold front trying to move in, and here's Waitangi Day. And we've got two sets of weather on Waitangi Day. You've got the cold front moving up the South Island. Now, temperatures there in some coastal areas may only be in the low teens, so it may not be an overly warm Waitangi Day. In fact, that southerly could be colder than the one you're getting tomorrow, Friday. In the North Island, it is a different system. While you've got downpours and showers, it's more of that sort of afternoon heat variety, that more sort of middle of summer feeling to it. So Waitangi Day is going to be a little confusing and a little messy. We won't be able to fine tune it yet, probably really until the weekend. In the north, around Waitangi itself, a risk of afternoon downpours. We'll keep an eye on that too. Now, speaking of all the heat, you may have heard that there's the opposite going on in North America right now. And I wanted to show you this animated temperature map. This is like Antarctic colors that you're seeing up there, or in their case, Arctic colors, and they are dropping right down into central parts of America. So up there around Chicago, temperatures dropping down to the minus 30s and minus 40s. And the wind chills are up around the minus 50s. It is unbelievably cold. They've got frostbite warnings like within 1 minute. You step outside, your skin will start to burn. It is that cold. There have already been several deaths as well, and this is a major event. The good news is, while it is major cold dropping down, it's gone in a couple of days and they're back to warmth again. But yeah, if you look at the temperatures right now across America and Canada, especially Canada, a lot of minus 20s and 30s and 40s, and that is sometimes their daytime high. So if you feel like it's a little hot in New Zealand, save up some money and quickly head over there today or tomorrow. That is all from me. We'll update you again on Friday with the latest for the weekend and, of course, Waitangi Day next week.